Okay, so vaccinations. So we have a number of ways of dealing with microorganisms that cause diseases in us. One of them is to use chemicals or even other microorganisms that we can use to attack disease-causing microorganisms. But another way we can deal with diseases, in this case, typically before the fact, is through vaccination. So what's a vaccine? A vaccine is either an organism or a microorganism, or it is part of a microorganism. And what we do is we expose the body in some manner, it doesn't have to involve a needle, in some manner to the molecules that make up these microorganisms, the so-called antigens. And what these do is they give us an immune response, an artificial immune response it's considered to be, because we're artificially supplying the organism. And the goal is to expose an individual to these molecules in such a way that the thing we're exposing them to is not harmful. And this allows us to prime the immune system. The immune system, as it turns out, can be divided, the adaptive immune system can be divided into what are known as B lymphocytes and T lymphocytes. These make molecules called antibodies. And these are responsible for what's known as cell-mediated immunity. But ultimately, what you have is an immune system that is able to much more rapidly recognize the molecules associated with whatever we've exposed them to, so that if you're ever exposed to the microorganism in a real form, in a wild form, in the form that can cause disease, your immune system will be able to stay one step ahead of the growth of that microorganism, and therefore may not necessarily prevent infection by that organism, but prevent the organism from reaching the point where it's actually causing harm to your body, where you get disease. So that's vaccination, and it's a very important way that we deal with infectious diseases. In fact, between that and public health measures, such as sewage treatment, we've managed to keep under control or otherwise mostly eliminate a great deal of infectious diseases that used to be scourges, however one pronounces that word, of humanity. I mean, lots of people used to die of infectious diseases. To a degree, we still do, but there are a lot of infectious diseases that have been all but eliminated, and the key to this has been basically clean drinking water and vaccination. Antibiotics come up as a distant third in this regard.